You were not looking for extremely niche tea industry discourse today, but it found you anyway. There is something I have seen happen a lot of times in my 22 years in the tea industry that I saw once again happening this morning. And I used to just bite my tongue. Like my mom always says, I don't have to attend every fight I'm invited to. But I wanted to make time for this one today because I feel like there is something to be examined here within the tea industry and hobby space that we really need to talk about. What happened was a tea farmer who specializes in Jinjunmei or golden eyebrow kind of style tea said that there is a shady marketing practice that is at play currently that people need to look out for, which is that Jinjunmei is known for, as a heritage style of processing tea, Jinjunmei is known for its light, floral, complex, honeyed kind of nuance and delicate body. What we're seeing in terms of skeezy marketing is poorly processed or cheap Jinjunmei, which ends up getting this really sweet potato forward note. And that's being passed off as a desirable trait. And what this tea farmer was saying is you need to recognize that for Jinjunmei, that is not a desirable trait, that's an indicator of low quality and poor processing. And this is important for consumers to know because if you're paying a high price point for a tea that's being advertised as yammy, right, sweet potato-y, and it is a Jinjunmei, and what you think you're getting is this really high grade, high quality stuff, when actually it's tea that has been over processed, treated too roughly, and it's developed this sweet potato-y flavor, that you're being ripped off. This tea farmer then goes on to say that personally, they do not prefer black teas that have a sweet potato note at all. All of this is fine. I take no issue with what this farmer was saying. I think these are really great things to talk about. What I do take issue with is that immediately, as they do, the Western white boy tea bloggers immediately start scrambling on all of their platforms to be the first to say, I never liked that flavor profile anyway. I'm better at drinking tea than you. This may get me canceled in my circles. I don't know, but I just really want to say something about it because I see this happen over and over where an aspect of tea is brought to light. There's education around it. This is great. We all learn something. It's fantastic. And then people want to be like, if you like that, you're worse at drinking tea. If you like that flavor note, you're not as, wise about tea as I am. You don't know as much about tea as I do. And it discourages people and it makes people feel like shit. This post started two different conversations that have now been conflated and twisted around. That's my problem. That's what I want to talk about today. First, we have the conversation of this is a shady marketing practice, and you should know that this one specific heritage style is not aiming for those notes, and that it's being passed off to you as a favorable quality and you're being charged more money for it is scammy. That's important to note. The other aspect is this person does not prefer sweet potato notes in their black tea at all. So we have a fact about shady practices in one very specific part of the industry, and we have an opinion about someone's personal taste preferences. These are all fine. The issue is that people are now like wildfire all over tea Instagram, rushing to be the first to say, you're right, every black tea that tastes like that is garbage, and I never liked it anyway. So you see the problem here. We cannot say in tea, one of the most, if not the absolute most diverse agricultural products that the world has ever had. We have thousands of years of differing terroir, of differing flavor profile preferences, of differing cultivars and processing styles. So we cannot say a sweet potato note is inherently bad. That's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, it's reductive, and it's taking people away from their enjoyment of tea and making them feel like crap for liking the things they like. What we can say is Jinjunmei, historically as a heritage style, is not designed to do that flavor profile. And if it does that flavor profile, it means that it's cheap grade and it's been handled too roughly. And if you're being charged a lot for it, that's messed up. However, we can look at teas from other regions, teas from other cultivars, teas of other processing styles, where that sweet potato note is actually the end game, and that is what's desired. And beyond that, if you like it, cool. I see the culinary arts science dweebs so into their Maillard reaction, right? That's when you sear meat and you get that gorgeous kind of rich, fatty, savory flavor profile that happens when there's, a complex chemical reaction within the proteins, et cetera, et cetera. Think of this sweet potato flavor profile as the Maillard reaction of oxidation in tea leaves, right? This is what happens when you take a tea of any age, any size leaf, and you handle it pretty roughly. You oxidize it all the way to 100%, make it a black tea, and what you're doing when you're rolling it is very rough handling. So you're causing a chemical reaction in the cells that makes it develop this very rich, savory, full mouth sweet potato profile. If that's what you're trying to do as a producer, fantastic. That's a great thing to know how to do. If that's what you enjoy as a consumer, awesome. There are so many teas out there that have that feature. If what you're doing as a marketer is taking something that is meant to be something else, in which context this reaction is an indicator of, inferior grade, inferior quality, and you're trying to spin it as something desirable so you can get more money out of people, that's jacked up. That's not okay. That's unethical. So that's really, I think, the conversation that this farmer was trying to have. And I keep seeing it spun and twisted and turned into every tea that has sweet potato flavor profile is bad and you shouldn't like it. That sucks. Like what you like. If you like it and you're not hurting anyone, you're doing it right. You should know that if you get a Jinjunmei and it has that sweet potato profile, you shouldn't pay a lot for it, right? But if you like it anyway, just drink it. It's fine. You just like a tea that's cheaper. Get it for cheaper from someone who knows what they're talking about and is a more reputable source. Just don't fall for the gimmicky marketing trick on that specific style of tea. The tea industry is full of gimmicky marketing tricks. That is one of many. Now you have the information to not fall for that particular one. That's really all we need to take away from this conversation that this farmer was starting. We don't need to walk out of here feeling like we are bad at drinking tea if the flavors that we like are not desirable to a category of tea or not to the taste of one tea maker. That's absurd. Like what you like. Try not to fall for gimmicky marketing tricks. The end. My God.